Hey guys, welcome back to Bows Fan TV, and today we're going to be doing a match preview for our game against Waterford tomorrow afternoon at the RSC. Obviously, we're going to this game on the back of a big high win against Pauk at the Aviva, a 2-1 win in the first leg of third round of the Europa Conference League qualifiers. Fantastic performance, two good goals from Ali Koo. Um, no, there were a lot of great performances out there. I thought Kieran Kelly at centre back was exceptional. Same with Ali Koo. Um, yeah, everyone done their job. Everyone worked hard. It's not over yet. Obviously, we still have to go to Greece on Thursday and try finish the job, which is going to be difficult. But I'm sure we can do it. But we'll talk about that later in the week. But going into this game, then, Waterford are playing well at the minute. They're fourth in the form table. Mark Burton has, I think he's been there at the job now a couple of months, and he's done quite well. They brought in a lot of players over the summer transfer window. A few from England who look good. A few experienced players, and they've got some. Good young players there too. So, they could be building a good side. Mark Burcham's a good manager. He has the players well drilled. The players know their jobs. Yeah, I think he could do a really good job there. No, they're out of the relegation zone now. They're eighth in the league. I think they could be in for a very good talk kind of last few couple of months of the season. Uh, you know, it's the question is though, will we rotate? I expect us to, but maybe not as much as we did against Longford with the nine changes. I think that kind of affected the result. We got a 1-1 draw. We have to take Waterford seriously, especially with the form they're in. I know a lot of the players played the full 90 against Pauk. It was a very difficult game. A lot of running, a lot of you know defending. But I think it's that was Tuesday. The game's tomorrow on Saturday, so I think some of the players should be okay to play. I expect maybe five or four changes, not much from the team that played against Pauk. I might see a few go in, but I'll get into that in a couple of moments. But just going into the game, I think it's a big one as well for you in terms of the race for Europe. It's not done yet. We have we're a bit behind Sligo. We have a chance to catch up on them. They're not in the best of form either. But yeah, if we want to be able to have more nights like Tuesday, then we have to be winning these games. No questions asked. Suppose I'll just go into my team then. In goal, James Talbot, very good performance against Pauk. Pulled off a couple of good saves. Yeah, he starts. Right back, I'm gonna go with Rory Feely. I think, Andy Lyons did play very well against Pauk, but again, it's just that rotation. Um, you know, players players will probably be tired. I think we can afford to make changes in defence because I feel like Rory Feely can come in at right back and do a pretty good job anyway. Two centre backs. I'm gonna go with James Finnerty and Kieran Kelly. I'd give Cornwall a rest. Play Finnerty in this game just for rotation purposes, and I don't think you can drop Kieran Kelly after his really good performance against Pauk. I thought, he was for me, he was man of the match. I know some people would argue Ali Q, but for me, he was man of the match. He threw himself at everything. He was really, really good at the back. Um, so yeah, I'd have Finnerty and Kelly as the two centre backs. Left back, I'm gonna go with Tyreek Wilson. I think he came on for the final 20 or so minutes against Pauk. Um, I think he'd be ready to start. Obviously, Breslin played the Pauk match. He started it even, and he did quite well. Wilson can come in. He can offer you something going forward. He's maybe not the best defensively. Uh, no, he's maybe not his best. Um, he's not as good as Breslin defensively, but he's good going forward. He can score free kicks. He can assist. But yeah, I'd have Wilson at left back. Three midfielders. I'm gonna go with Buckley. Sorry, no, not Buckley. I was gonna put Buckley in, but he's probably a bit tired after the Pelk match. He worked hard in that game. He played very well. I go with Levingston and Tierney as the two midfielders. You know, I think Conor Levingston could come in and do a good job. He's solid. He's good on the ball. He can pass the ball. Um, I think Devoy as well. You know, he has to. I think he has to start. He's a very creative player. He can create. He can you know make things happen. He's that type of player. Then just sitting in front of them, I have Ross Tierney. Again, he's vital. I think to the team. Maybe links up with Georgie Kelly. He can chip in with a goal. Yeah, yeah, he plays at number 10 for me. On the right, I'll go with Ali Koo. Fantastic performance against Pauk, as I mentioned. You know, he can he does a lot of good work down that right hand side. He can dribble past players. He can score goals. He's skillful. He can assist. He's strong. No, he's probably one of our better wingers. I think the argument is there. Maybe he was better, Liam Burt or Ali Koo. They're two good players. It's very hard to decide really. Um, on the left, I'll go with Liam Burt. I was sort of debating maybe whether or not we played Keith Ward there. I wouldn't be too bothered if we did play Keith Ward there. Maybe gave Liam Burt a rest, but I think I'd play Liam Burt. I just think he gives us that little bit more going forward than maybe Wardy would. But who knows? Wardy's a very good player in his day, and as I said, I wouldn't really mind him starting. Up front, I'm going to go with Georgie Kelly. Obviously, there's no one really there that can play ahead of him. He's probably tired, very tired. He's played a lot of games recently, but I think he's vital, isn't he? He scores the goals. Finally, my score prediction. I think we'll nick it 2-1. Could be a close game, could be a draw or something like that, but I feel like we may just nick it just because, our momentum is really high at the minute after that result. The players know that this game is vital to, we want to win it, to, push for Europe, try push into the top three. Obviously, there'll probably be a little bit of focus on the PEL match next Thursday. Obviously, that's a huge game. But I feel like this is a big one as well. We want to push for Europe. We want to put down a mark. We have to start, being consistent because you haven't played a league game in a while. I think it was the longer game was the last league game we played. It feels like we haven't played in the league in ages. It's time to come back now and start getting points on the board and really give it our all now in the final few months to for that push for Europe. I know Ford would guarantee Europe depending on the cup. Obviously, we did draw Rovers in the second round. Um, that's going to be a difficult tie. It's winnable, but it's also going to be very difficult. We've got to hope that if we finish fourth, that we win the cup or someone above us wins the cup. So we want to be able to have it guaranteed. Get into third or something like that. Even push for second if Pat's going a poor run or something like that. Just we want to be able to guarantee it. We don't have to have all the pressure on us to either win it or just have the pressure that someone else has to win it that finished above us. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you're thinking heading into the game. Comment down below your score predictions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.